welcome back to Mobility and Mindfulness. For tonight, we're going to focus on the hamstrings. Those are the muscles in the back of your thigh here, and they tend to be tight on most people. For equipment, it's optional, but I'm going to be using a single step, a dumbbell, and a resistance band. So if you have those things, go ahead and grab them. If not, you don't need them. All right, let's do it. Okay, everyone, our first exercise is good mornings. So what I'm going to have you do is you're going to stand with your feet about hip width apart. You're going to put your hands behind your head. And the first move you're going to make is pushing your butt backwards. So what I'm trying to get you to do here is that hip hinge. You may notice a little theme in my workouts is that figuring out and mastering the hip hinge is actually really important. But what you'll notice as you do this good morning is that when you lower down, you should feel your hamstrings right there as you hit that end point, and you're stretching them. You're stretching them in an active way. So lengthening them right here, using them to come back up to stand. So remember, push your hips backwards. Think about like you're pushing a car door or a door shut with your butt. Keep those hands behind your head so that your back stays nice and straight. And just keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Push the hips back and stand. Push back. Feel those hamstrings. Go as low as you can. Good stretch. And stand. Hips back. Push. And stand. As you're doing this, you could also think about when you go to stand up, pushing your heels into the mat to push the floor away from you. That is a good thing to think about as we're doing this exercise, but also if you were to add weight and be making this into more of a deadlift technique. Right now, we're focusing on range of motion, so just trying to get our hips back, stretching those hamstrings actively here. Good job, everyone. Almost done. Moving right along, we are going to go to a Jefferson curl off of a step. So for this one, I am going to grab a weight. I have a 12-pound weight here. I'm going to stand on the step, and the first move I'm going to make is to bend my head down, lower my shoulders, and round out my back, and then slowly lower that weight all the way down past my toes. So notice, if you have tight hamstrings, this may be too far for you, which means you don't need to use a step. You could just do this standing up. But remember, this is a spine curl, so we're rolling our neck, shoulders go forward, back rounds out, rolling all the way down, and then stretch. So again, if this feels good, you might just sit here and hold the stretch for a little bit, and then you're going to round it back up nice and slow. So individually moving your body through that range of motion. Lower the head, round the shoulders, lower the mid back, the low back. Weight goes beyond the toes if possible. And remember, the more reps you do, the more range of motion you should feel as you do it. Head down, shoulders, mid-back, knees down, past the toes. Stretch. Oh, that feels great. Throughout my hamstrings, my low back. Pull it back up slowly, activating those muscles, feeding them with good blood flow, releasing down all the way again past my toes. Stretch it out and then roll it back up. I love that exercise. Hey, excellent job. All right, the next one we're going to do is on the mat. So I'm going to move my step out of the way here. We're going to sit down, spread those legs apart. We're doing a pancake, but here's the thing. I'm going to hold a weight at my chest, and I'm going to lower my body toward the mat. This is obviously stretching both of my inner thighs and my hamstrings on both legs. Okay, you could bring your toes back. Try to keep those knees straight, knees straight. This is the old school gymnastics stretch from when I was 6, 7, 8. But it feels great. And the difference is I don't have someone pushing on my back and pushing me down to the ground. Except for this weight on my chest, which is supposed to help give me that extra push to the ground, which actually does feel good. So lower down. Feel a good stretch. Good work. And down. Stretch. Good stretch throughout my low back, into my hamstrings. Don't forget to breathe. Come on back, nice and slow motion. Down.
5 seconds.
And then come on back. We're going to move into an active hamstring pull down. So for this one, we're using a resistance band. Remember, if you don't have your band hooked to a wall, that's okay. You can actually hang on to the band as well. You can hang on to it like I'm doing here and do the same exercise. Pull down, release up. Just giving a nice tug over your head. Pull down, release up. And then releasing and letting the band pull my leg back farther. So to make this more challenging, I could of course make my band a little bit tougher, okay, meaning more resistance in it. And I could also do that by scooching down a smidge on my mat and getting a good pull here at the top. We're gonna do this for 2 minutes on each leg because I think hamstrings deserve the extra time, actually. Okay, and one thing to note is you should be keeping your knees straight as the foot comes up towards the ceiling. So that's how you're gonna get the best stretch in your hamstring. So up toward the ceiling, knees straight, and down. Notice I have a loop around my toe so that my band doesn't slip off of my foot. You may try something like that at home, depending on what situation you have with your band. But that way, it stays on my foot. My foot is too big to fit through the loop, the handle rather. Good job, everyone. Keep it up. I'm looping the toe again. And down, left foot. And up. Oof, that one is just tighter. And down. Release. Remember to keep that knee straight. Feel that good stretch back of the hamstring here. Pull down. Release. So again, we're activating the muscle and then releasing it. So feeding it with some blood flow, getting some movement in there, making it work a little bit, and then relaxing. So again, I could stay here and just let that stretch happen a little bit longer. I'll give it a little relaxation here. Okay, and then go back to repetitions. Good job, everyone. We're almost there. You can do it. Try to keep that knee straight. If you need to give yourself a little help, push that knee a little straighter. You got it. These can be tricky. Push down and release. Good job, everyone. Almost there. Push and relax. Keep it up. Good stretch.
5 seconds.
Get that last 5 seconds up here. Stretch it out. All right, there it is. You just completed the hamstring mobility work. Let's move on to mindfulness.
Today, we'll be exploring the feeling of ulasa. Take a moment to settle into a comfortable position. Allow your spine to lengthen with a sense of ease. And as you close your eyes and turn your attention inward, relax your forehead, your face, your jaw, and your shoulders. Now take a full, deep inhale. And with your exhale, imagine your entire body softening. With each breath out, let go of any unnecessary gripping or holding. And now allow your breath to settle into a natural rhythm. And to help us anchor our awareness, we'll begin counting our breaths. The idea is not to reach a certain number, but to stay as present as possible with each breath. Inhale and exhale naturally. And at the very end of your exhale, mentally count 1. Again, inhale and exhale. And when you reach the bottom of your breath, silently count 2. If you get distracted or your mind wanders, drop any judgments and lovingly start again at 1. And when you reach the count of 5, simply start again. And now, for these last few moments, stay with your breath, but let go of counting. Let your attention widen so that it includes your whole body. Simply feel your body in space, allowing whatever sensations are present to be there. Give yourself permission to rest in your experience, exactly as it is. Now, gently soften your attention. We've all heard that nature has a healing quality. Many studies have shown that spending time in natural environments lowers stress and increases well-being. Research from the University of Michigan even proves that time spent in the forest can boost our memory. But getting to the woods or the ocean isn't always possible. The good news is that there's no need to travel to exotic locales. Even if you find yourself in the heart of the city, all you have to do is pay attention to the beauty of your surroundings, and you can experience ulasa. Ulasa is a Sanskrit term that describes the feeling of pleasantness evoked by natural beauty. We experience it when we notice the way light sneaks under the skirt of a curtain in the early hours of the morning, or the shifting chorus of bird songs as seasons change. We grow ulasa by noticing the sound of crackling leaves underfoot, the magic of new buds on maple trees, and the glimmer of snow in the sunlight. This awareness of natural beauty has an uplifting power. It can quiet the mind, calm anxiety, and stir a reverence for the complexity and mystery of life. Like the breath, beauty is ever present. We just need to awaken to it. So whether you're surrounded by skyscrapers or longleaf pines, turn your attention to the beauty of your environment and open up to ulasa. In the words of Toni Morrison, at some point in life, the world's beauty becomes enough. Now, gently bring your awareness back to the room. Make small movements with your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you've enjoyed today's Daily Calm. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
I think that is absolutely 100% true. And another reason why I love to travel, because I just find beauty in being out in the world. So tonight I am grateful for travel. Have a good night, everyone.